Hello, parents and carers of the lovely Year 5s. It's a bit of a weird one, really, to meet the teacher in a socially distanced way. But fortunately, most of you would know me already. So there are, I believe, 3 children who weren't in Year 3 when I taught them the class in Year 3. So welcome to those parents, and I'm Mr. Davis. I think someone just asked me the other day, I think this is my 7th year at Sea Mills, and they've always been interesting and fun, and I was genuinely happy. I had asked for Year 3 back, and my old Year 3 back, and I got them. So for the first time ever, I got what I wanted, or got what I deserved, depending on which way you look at it. And I look forward to a lovely year with Year 5. So we're just going to go through what our expectations are in the classroom, some of the things that are the same, some things which are different. And please, you'll be able to contact me if you have any questions. So, first of all, there we go. So the Year 5 team. Well, the Year 5 team is me, Howard Davis, and we got Mr. Morris as well. He will be in the classroom, often working as a one-to-one, but will also be available to the other children. And because of the catch-up situation this year, some of the children will be going out on interventions and with other LSAs on an ad hoc basis, on a regular basis, just to help plug those gaps that become apparent. So the children could be with any of the LSAs in the school. I just wanted to say, as always, that communication is the key, and I know it's particularly difficult at the moment. However, if you wish to contact me, then probably if it's just a couple of 30 seconds or a minute, then at the start or the end of the day, if you wave at me, I'll pop down to see you in the playground. Obviously keeping our distance. If it's something that you think is going to take a little bit longer than that, then could I ask you to contact the office, and they will sort out a time that will suit both yourselves and me. And also we have a Padlet. So if I press on the Padlet, I will send you this address separately as well. So he says, hoping it will open. We've opened a Padlet, and there it is. So if you've got anything you want to share with me, if you've got anything, some pictures or anything like that at all, or questions that you don't mind other people seeing the answer to, then please stick them on the Padlet, and I am alerted when it opens, so we should be able to see it straight away. A couple of things which are different in Year 5 now is walking home is different now. Their children are allowed to. Some are already walking home. I think we've got 8 or 9 already have permission to walk home. I would hope by the end of Year 5, many more will have the opportunity to walk home and have that little bit of independence. It was about this age that my own children started walking home, and yes, it is nerve-wracking to begin with, and you'll end up following them for the first few times, but very quickly they get the hang of it, and yeah, it's your call. When you trust them enough to be able to walk home, then we would encourage it. Mobile phones, obviously, they raises its ugly head around this time. Now, last year in Year 5, I think we only had 1 or 2 mobile phones brought in. If you choose to, I mean, especially if your child is walking home and you need to get a message to them, I would understand completely why your child would need a mobile phone. Or if you're going to give them some directions for instructions to go somewhere else. Mobile phones are very useful. What we'd ask you to do is to tell your child just to hand them to me as soon as they arrive in the morning, and then it's locked away so they don't ever get it until it's home time. I wanted just to mention about well-being. It's something that we are focusing more on, obviously, after lockdown. So we are doing much more PSHE, understanding how children are feeling, and that it's all okay to be anxious, and change is something that we have to deal with as we get older. So we're doing a little bit more than that through this term and probably for the whole year. Classroom routines. The day starts at 8:45. Please be prompt. It is quite distracting for the other children with late arrivals. Nothing else much is really changing. The behaviour ladder remains the same, bronze, silver and gold going up. We had a couple of golds already this week. This is Monday. And if a child unfortunately moves down the ladder, then there's a consequence during golden time on a Friday. And basically, they still have a chance to earn that time back by showing good behaviour and correct choices through the week. So most children, I'm pleased to say, manage to get their time back. And particularly at the moment as well, I think we're trying to as far as possible, keep children going up the ladder rather than down and not giving them that sanction. English, authors as well, the children will know it as, being authors. So we'll be going to do a range of texts pretty much as we have in the past. This term we are just going to start studying Way Home, which is a picture novel. But, you know, we'll do a variety of different genre through the year, and it helps them with their diary, and we'll use diary entries, newspaper reports, stories, discussion and persuasion, reporting, the whole range, the whole gamut of writing. So that will be the same. Obviously, again, the start of the year, we're spending a lot more time looking at what perhaps they might have missed out in year 4. So we're doing a lot of very subtle understanding of the children's position and changing the way that we teach to make sure that those gaps quickly get filled. And after a week, I'm pretty pleased to say that the children seem to be doing really well with their writing. And obviously I can see massive changes from year 3. So they all seem to be making progress. Maths, same as English. We're working hard to catch up on anything that children might have missed out on while still trying to push them with their mastery. So it's definitely, we take small steps in maths every day, just getting a little bit further into the scheme of work. So we start off, as the whole school does, with place value, move on to addition and subtraction. And I think later in the year, we'll be working very hard to make sure that those gaps in geometry and fractions that may have occurred during lockdown get filled. So again, they are great at maths. They're a very good, strong class when it comes to being mathematicians. So hopefully, touch wood, we'll be there before you know it. Inquiry, or topic as you would have known it previously. So the children learn to become scientists or geographers or historians. We're doing a bit of creativity. They're learning to be artists at the moment before they move on to being scientists later in this term. So that art is very good for their creative, get them back into school. They're being creative and it's relaxing and it's good for their well-being. So obviously we can't really have wow days and showcases in the way that we would have in the past, but hopefully what we'll do is we'll post them online so you'll be able to see how far children have get and their lovely work. Reading. By year 5, I'd expect most children to be reading 5 times a week. If you have got a reluctant reader, then we'll know that because your reading records are coming in all the time. Already we're getting a lot in, but please send the reading records in. The children are proud to show me that they've read at home. So if they have them, then I can sign them and congratulate them and generally make a fuss of them because they are good readers. And if they're, I know my own children, they don't want to read aloud when they get to year 5 because that seems a bit babyish for them. But please get them to read aloud to you so you can ask them questions about what they're reading and they can use their voices to be expressive so they're good performers when they're reading. I'm very much going to be promoting performance in the classroom this year. So already they're reading poems out loud to the rest of the class and showing no signs of nerves. I said at the beginning, communication is the key. So a lot of this will be on the website, but you can see me after school, you can email me, there's lots of ways you can contact me, and I'm always happy to pick up the phone to you as well. So if you just say, send a message to the office, ask Mr. Davis to call me, I will try, and tell me when would be good, I will call you. And occasionally I will call you as well if I've got a concern about your child, or I've got something that's I think that we need to address. And sometimes to just say how brilliant they are. If I don't see you after school or they're walking home, it's just good for me to say, hey, they did some really good work and you need to congratulate them. So I don't always ring for negatives. I try and ring to be positive as well. Uniform, all the children seem to have arrived looking shiny and bright and ready to learn. And I know it's difficult. I've got my own children as well, so I know school uniform can be tricky at times, but we have a specific school policy. It's on the website showing what is or what is not allowed. So please stick to it. I don't want to be having to send letters home saying, can you please? So yeah, they've started well, and long may that continue. PE, oh look, I've made a spelling mistake there. The children have myself and Miss G, who is doing my PPA cover this year on a Monday. And they'll be taking the class for various activities. PE is white t-shirts, black shorts, black dabs. Now, with winter coming, we have to exercise outside, so I would strongly advise that you also, on those days where it's looking a bit chilly, that you include some jogging bottoms and a thicker top so the children can stay warm. We will be going outside in almost all weathers. I think it's really important to do that. And also, normally in year 5, boys and girls would change separately. At the moment, because of the situation, they will be changing in the same room. I just want to reassure everybody that that will be monitored very closely. The girls get changed on one side of the room, the boys get changed on the other, and myself and Mr. Morris are in the middle looking towards the boys to make sure that's all okay. If you've got any concerns about this, please let me know, and we'll see if we can in some way alleviate your concerns. But they've got changed twice already. There seems to be no problems whatsoever. And again, I would hope that continues throughout the year. But we do take that extremely seriously and we monitor it very closely. Spelling. So our homework, not just the reading, but the spellings will be going home on a Friday. They can practice over the weekend in the following week, and the test is on the following Friday. Just at the moment, we're going to be sending 20 spellings a week. I know that's a lot for some children, so please choose the 10 that are more appropriate to you to begin with. I will ask the children to have a go at all 20, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Again, it's part of the homework. My expectations are quite high, and obviously if they do very well, they get their names moved up the ladder as well. But as long as they practice and do their best, that's all that matters to me. And that is the end of the presentation. So you know where I am. I'm not scary. I'll try not to be. Please come and see me, or make sure that you're communicating to me. I will communicate back, and I look forward to having a wonderful year with your wonderful children. They are fantastic. They have come back so positive. They are an amazing group of kids, and I just want to make sure that that continues through the year. So thank you for looking after them so well and encouraging them so much to come back. They're all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and I look forward to seeing everybody, hopefully, very soon. Take care.